What is up, YouTube? What is up, Giants fans? It is your boy J Dimes. We are back at it with another New York Giants video. Back at it with another New York Giants banger. And before we get into this one, if you have not done so yet, make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment, and definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because the draft is almost here and your boy's gonna be dropping a lot of Giants draft content, so you are definitely gonna want to stick around and stay tuned and hit that subscribe button and join the Dime Dropper gang. I did drop a Giants mock draft yesterday, so if you have not checked that video out yet, definitely go check that video out. I think we're gonna be very happy with that scenario if it were to happen on draft night. And today we are gonna be doing a predicting the Giants draft board. We're gonna see who I think they have high on their draft board, who I think they have low on their draft board. Only 10 players, so it's not gonna be, you know, a whole 30, 50 prospect type thing, but we're gonna see who I think the Giants have on their draft board in the top 10, and let's get right into it. All right, so number one, I got Evan Neal. I think Evan Neal is the number one guy on their board for sure. I think that if Evan Neal were to be on the board at 5, like I said, with him and Kvon Thibodeaux, those are guys that you just, you run to the podium. You run to the podium and you head in your car to Roger Goodell. You don't waste your time. You go ahead, you give yourself 2 stud tackles that you hope can be the franchise tackles for the next decade, you know. So with Evan Neal and Andrew Thomas, Evan Neal I think is number 1 on the Giants draft board. Number 2, I have Kvon Thibodeaux, edge rusher out of Oregon. Another guy, like I said, if they're on the board, rather at 5 or 7, you run up to the podium and you hand in the card. You know what I'm saying? You don't listen to no trade calls. You don't do none of that. You run to the board, you hand in the card, and you walk out with a day 1 starter at your edge rush spot in Kvon Thibodeaux, edge out of Oregon. And the Giants have came out and I think they are going to meet with Kvon Thibodeaux, I think today, if I'm not sure. I know it was this week. But KT is a guy that I like. He's probably my favorite player in this draft. I think a lot of people are sleeping on him for some reason. I think a lot of people are just pushing whatever agenda they want on KT. They're blowing out of proportion with whatever they've been saying with the red flags. But I think KT would be number 2 on the Giants draft board as of today. Number 3. I have Ikem Okoro, offensive tackle out of North Carolina State. I think this is the top 3 for the Giants. I think we all know what the top 3 is. Basically, Evan Neal, Kvon Thibodeaux, Ikem. It's a no-brainer right there. I think that the Giants see Ikem as probably the second best offensive tackle in the draft, which I also see, but it's very close with Evan Neal and Ikem. A lot of people say that Ikem is better than Evan Neal, and I think it's a very good conversation to have. Ikem is probably the best run blocking offensive lineman in this draft, and he has dominant size. He just has brutal strength, and he's just a guy that I think the Giants would love to have as a right tackle to pair up with Andrew Thomas, just like Evan Neal. Now, number 4, I have Charles Cross. Number 4, Charles Cross. I think that the Giants look at Charles Cross as an option that possibly could go ahead of Ikem. I think that in a scenario or in some universe, there's a chance that Ikem goes after Charles Cross because the Giants take Charles Cross over Ikem, and I think that we can't be surprised if that happens. The Giants have worked out with Charles Cross. They had Bobby Johnson, our offensive line coach, work out with him at the right tackle spot. And we already know the reports are that the Giants love Charles Cross. He wilded at his pro day, and the Giants love him. So I have Charles Cross at number 4. I think Charles Cross probably could be higher on the draft board for the New York Giants. But for right now, I'm going to keep it safe, and I'm going to have Charles Cross at number 4. Number 5, I got Trayvon Walker, edge out of Georgia. Now, this man here, probably the most controversial player in this draft, probably the most polarizing player in this draft. When we're talking about this guy possibly going number 1 overall, I think the Giants like Trayvon Walker a lot. I really do. And I think it's even teams ahead of them that like Trayvon Walker a lot. A lot of teams are high on this kid, I think. And I seen a report yesterday came out saying that the Jaguars might just take a number 1 overall. I'm starting to hear that more than I'm starting to hear Aiden Hudson go number 1 overall, which is crazy. And I think Trayvon Walker, you know, might... Again, I think it's a universe where the Giants take Trayvon Walker over Kvon Thibodeaux. Do not be surprised if that happens. I am warning you now. Do not be surprised if that happens. But Either way, Trayvon Walker is a very good athlete. He is a talented player. I think that when giving the right opportunity to show his edge rushing expertise, he's going to be great. He's going to be a great player. You know what I'm saying? Is he boom or bust? Yeah, but if you can get the best out of this kid, if you can, get him with the right coach and use his athletic ability to the best of his ability in his career, he's going to be a very talented player. Number 6, I got Ahmad Sauce Gardner out of Cincinnati. Now, the Giants and the Jets both see Ahmad Gardner as perfect fit for the offense, but for their defenses. And I think Ahmad Sauce Gardner is the best cornerback in this draft. I definitely see him as a guy that if the Giants were to get rid of James Bradberry, that they would take with the 5th or 7th overall pick. But with Ahmad Sauce Gardner, this kid right here could probably go into the top 4 to the New York Jets. I would not be surprised at all if the Jets look at their defense and say, Ahmad Sauce Gardner, we need that cornerback, and we need that transcendent, we need that lockdown corner, and Ahmad Sauce Gardner is that for any team that were to take him, and I think that he would be a perfect fit for the Giants defense. I got Ahmad Sauce Gardner at number 6 on the big board. Number 7, I got Jermaine Johnson, edge out of Florida State. I feel like this guy is he's going to be good wherever he goes. Wherever he goes, I don't think he's going to be, the best edge rusher in an NFL or anything like that, but I feel like he's going to be a guy that's always going to be solid. Always be solid, always going to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about his way that he can set the edge and how his pass rush isn't better than his run defending, but it's no slack on him at all. Like I said, I see him as like a Max Crosby guy. I just think Jermaine Johnson, wherever he goes, he's going to be a great player. I like him a lot, and I would not be mad if the Giants took the 7th overall pick and selected him. I would not be mad at all because I see Jermaine Johnson as a better prospect than Trayvon Walker. But if I'm looking at where I think the Giants have Jermaine Johnson, it would be behind Trayvon Walker and Ahmad Sauce Gardner and those kids and those cats up there. Number 8, I got Kyle Hamilton. Now, what happened to Kyle Hamilton? I think Kyle Hamilton is a great player, but it's like ever since his pro day and his combine, his stock has plummeted. It's plummeted. You remember when we were just getting into the draft, we were getting into free agency, Kyle Hamilton was like number 1, number 2. We were seeing him go number 3 to the Texans. We were seeing him getting mocked in the top 5, and I've heard reports coming out saying this guy may fall out of the top 10. Like, what happened to Kyle Hamilton? I think Kyle Hamilton is a great player. I think that there is still a chance that the Giants would take him at 7. You know what I'm saying? Because they said they want to go BPA. If they want to go BPA, a lot of people see Kyle Hamilton as one of the best players in the draft. And I think Kyle Hamilton is going to be a great player. I don't know what happened with the speed and all that. I understand that, but I don't think he should be dropping this much in mocks and his projection of where he's going to go in the draft. I don't think he should be outside the top 10. I just don't think he should be out of the top 10. I know positional value, but you're getting a guaranteed great player in Kyle Hamilton. You know what I'm saying? There's always a chance that he might bust, but Kyle Hamilton seems like a safe guy to me. I don't know what happened to him, but I gotta go with what's been going on in the social media rooms of the world where Kyle Hamilton's been falling. But I got him number 8 on the draft board. At number 9, I got Derek Stingley Jr., cornerback out of LSU. Now, a lot of people say that the Giants might like him over Ahmad Sauce Gardner. I've seen some reports saying that if Derek Stingley's injury history clears up, everything's fine, he's healthy, 100% healthy, that the Giants might contemplate taking him over Sauce Gardner. I did see a report that said that. I don't know how valuable it is, but JPA Football on Twitter tweeted it out, and I think he's a very reliable source. Derek Stingley Jr., you just go back to his freshman tape, you go back and watch his freshman highlights, the dude was locked down. 6 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? Just throw out a little stat there, because some numbers are, you know what I'm saying, you gotta throw out some numbers sometimes. Numbers don't lie. But Derek Stingley Jr. is a very talented quarterback. It's just the injuries with him, because we've seen what he can do. When 100% healthy, 100% dedicated, we see how he is. He's the best, probably the best, one of the best defenders in all of college football. And I think wherever Derek Stingley Jr. goes, I feel like he's gonna be a guy that we're gonna look back and say, how did he get there? How did he fall there? We saw what he did as a freshman at LSU. How did he get there? I see Derek Stingley Jr. as a very talented guy, and I think that there's a world where the Giants take Derek Stingley Jr. over Ahmad Sauce Gardner. I'm just gonna leave that right there. That's gonna be a conversation for another day. Number 10, I got Garrett Wilson. I went wide receiver here. I might be a little bit of OSU bias. You know what I'm saying? We did see the mock with Todd McShay, where he had the Giants selecting Trayvon Walker at 5 and Garrett Wilson at 7. With this, I said it's rather quarterback or receiver for me. It's rather quarterback or receiver, and I don't think the Giants are really entertaining taking a quarterback. Is there a chance that they do? Yes, definitely. There's a chance that the Giants look and say, why wait till next year? Why wait to see Daniel Jones if you really don't believe in him? We don't have no history with him. We don't have to keep him if we don't want to. Let's go get Malik Willis. We're going to draft our tackle and rather Charles Cross at 7. We're going to take Malik Willis at 5, and we're just going to start it now. We're going to start the new quarterback generation now for the New York Giants. But I said no. I don't think the Giants are looking that way. I think the Giants would go wide receiver over quarterback. That's how confident I am that the Giants will not take a quarterback in the first round. All right. I got Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's a very talented wide receiver, and I came out a couple videos ago about that Todd McShay mock draft. I said the Giants are not looking at wide receivers that heavy in the first round. Second and third, definitely. I literally had the Giants mock to John Mechie in the third round in my last mock draft. Again, if you haven't watched that video, make sure you go check it out. I think Garrett Wilson is a talented wide receiver. I think there's a chance that he goes to the Jets at 4, maybe. Because Garrett Wilson's he's a very good wide receiver. I'm an OSU fan. I know Garrett Wilson. That man is tough. He's nice. I think he's going to be a very good wide receiver at the pro level. And I think that the Giants are going to look at him, you know what I'm saying? But they're not really going to take him. But I had to put somebody at number 10. I don't expect the Giants to go Garrett Wilson in the first round at all. But again, talented wide receiver. You never know, all right? But yes, this is the big board. If I had to predict the Giants' big board today, or the draft board today, I think it would look something like this. Evan Neal, number 1. You know what I'm saying? Dominant offensive tackle, can play the right or left side. You know what I'm saying? We saw him play both of those positions. I think that is what's giving him the nod over an Ikem and a Charles Cross. We've seen him play at both tackle spots, and I think that's what even makes him more of a polarizing prospect. Number 2, I got KT. Y'all know how I feel about Kvon Thibodeaux. I don't really got to say much. Ikem, y'all know how I feel. Charles Cross. I think there's a world where the Giants might even take him over Ikem. I really do think that, you know what I'm saying? When they say he's probably the best pass blocking offensive lineman in the draft, I think that's something that the Giants look at. You know, Trayvon Walker at 5. Come on, you know what the consensus is on Trayvon Walker. Everybody is starting to, push this guy up in the mock drafts and the projections. So I had Trayvon Walker in the top 5. Number 6, I got Ahmad Sauce Gardner. Some people say he's the best cornerback in the draft. You know what I'm saying? Number 7, Jermaine Johnson, who I think is going to be, just no matter where he goes, I think he's going to be great. Just no matter where he goes, I think he's going to be great. A very safe pick for wherever team takes him. Kyle Hamilton, who I hope proves the doubters wrong. You know what I'm saying? I hope he proves the doubters wrong, because everybody was on the Kyle Hamilton side, the Kyle Hamilton train, the Kyle Hamilton going top 5 train. Even despite him being a safety, and now it looks like the guy might fall out top 10. I think Kyle Hamilton is very high. I still think he's on the board for the Giants for sure at 7 or 5. Probably 7, not 5. I don't think the Giants are going to take him at 5, but 7 definitely for BPA. Garrett Stingley Jr. You know what I'm saying? I told you that the Giants came out and said that if the injury history clears up and everything's fine with him, they might take him over Sauce. Don't be surprised about that. And number 10, Garrett Wilson. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of OSU bias there, but I think the Giants. But I think it looks something like this. If you enjoyed it, though, leave a like, comment, subscribe button, and like I said, definitely hit that subscribe button. Draft content's coming out on the channel. You're probably gonna want to stick around for that. All right, but that's gonna do it though. You guys enjoyed it, like I said, leave a like, comment, hit the subscribe button, and until then, it's been your boy Jay Dimes, and I am out. You guys are safe. Go Giants. I love you, boys. Peace.